I know it's here somewhere. Finally. Oh, it's time for the doctor. You're listening to Dr. Bill, the computer curmudgeon. Take it away, Doctor.
Dr. Bill, the computer curmudgeon, is brought to you this week by DotCom and Citrix Systems. Go to my PC. Well, it's that time again, and the doctor is in. It's time for another Dr. Bill, the computer curmudgeon netcast, and I'm glad you could join us once again this week as we get into all kinds of geeky things. I like the geekiness, as you can tell. Yes, because they talk about it all the time. What can I say? Anyway, we're proud to welcome a new sponsor this week, Dude, which is Dyn.com, DYN.com. They have some awesome tools for small businesses and those of you that are just interested in really keeping your uptime up. We'll talk more about that later. First of all, let me say we are proud members of the Tech Podcast Network, techpodcast.com. If it's tech, it's right here on Dr. Bill, the computer curmudgeon. Yes. Oh, man, I tell you, we just got stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff coming out our ears. Sounds rather messy, doesn't it? Anyway, let's go to the blog, shall we? The blog, of course, being Dr. Bill, DRBILL.TV, as it says here on the screen. Good old Fred. You know, you gotta love Fred. He keeps us straight with these things up here on the screen. He's underappreciated, isn't he? I knew he'd agree with that. Anyway, so first thing we want to talk about this week is that the Raspberry Pi, now that's not a pie as in you eat, P-I-E, pie. No, it's a Pi, P-I. Raspberry Pi, which is a little bitty computer on a board. Dude, it's had a huge success in the last year or so. Now, I say here in the article, I told you about the awesomeness of this Raspberry Pi board, and I'm soon going to have one in my own little hands. Actually, they're pretty good sized hands. But anyway, particularly once you get a hold of the Pi, I mean, it's so small, it's going to be like my hands just cover it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but I get to play with it. Dude. And it runs Linux. Dude. Yes. So Raspberry Pi is a $35 Linux-based computer, and it is a runaway success by anybody's standards. Creator Eben Upton told ZDNet in a recent interview that his team thought it would probably sell around 1,000 units when they designed the mini PC, but sales have now topped 700,000. Dude. So, he said maybe in their wildest dreams they'd sell 10,000. I mean, he had no concept of how popular this thing would be. So, they did announce that there probably would not be an upgraded model in 2013. There's already been one release of an upgrade. In other words, it went from a, this sounds kind of funny, a Model A to a Model B. You know, the old Model A Ford, yeah. I remember the old Model A. You had to crank it with a hand crank. Actually, I don't personally go back that far. Okay. I was born in 1955, so no, I don't remember back that far. My dad, on the other hand, he told me about his Model A. So, at least I have it firsthand what they were like. He said it was kind of fun cranking them because the crank could get away from you and hit you, you know. Anyway, so the next item, though, actually ties right into what we're talking about the Raspberry Pi. It turns out that they didn't sell 700,000. No, the ZDNet article was actually off, or whatever article that was from. No, they actually sold over 1 million. Dude. which really is more than 1,000. Yeah. Even I know that. And I'm not good with numbers. But anyway, with all the hoopla around CES, they say we sadly missed this amazing milestone for one of the greatest little products I've seen in a long time, the Raspberry Pi. An estimated 1 million of these tiny computers have been sold so far, an amazing feat for a tiny $35 circuit board that can boot directly into a streamlined version of Linux. Yes, the folks at Element 14 Premier Farnell announced today that they alone have made and sold more than 500,000 of the Raspberry Pis. In other words, after the guys in England produced so many, they let Element 14 take it over as far as the production. And they've made 500,000 since they took it over. They're only one of 2 official distributors. We don't have completely up-to-date figures from RS Components yet, but Farnell's news suggests that they're well on their way to having sold their 1 millionth Raspberry Pi. Dude. The rest of the article is boring, so I won't talk about it. They just talk about they had an infographic, which, you know, so cool. But that's neat! And I'm really excited about getting my hands on one. Yes, it's going to be awesome. So let me tell you, I have to look around the various things I have on my desk here to see what I'm doing. That's why I keep moving my head around. You think I'm just bobbing and weaving so you can't throw things at me, but actually there is a reason. Right. Okay, why would you want to think about using DotCom? This is our sponsor, our new sponsor. I'm really excited about this because uptime is what's important when it comes to your websites. That's true. Uptime is the bottom line, dude. And quite simply, Dyn helps websites with the best in-class uptime and keeps web traffic flowing fast to your site. Now, how do they do that? Because they have enterprise-level DNS. That's what Dyn's all about. DNS, the domain naming service of the internet. That's kind of like the phone book that people look you up with, and if it's not reliable, they don't find you. So that's bad. But Dyn has just awesome DNS, and if you switch your DNS over to them, they have things like global traffic management, load balancing, active failover. I mean, dude, you are going professional when you go with Dyn. Dyn has service for companies of any size, no matter where you want to get started with them, and they've already served over 4 million customers, around the world. So look, don't take any more chances with your DNS. You need a professional, real, and I'll underline that, real DNS. So you need to work with Dyn. They're best in class, and they're managed. You know, there's a difference between a managed DNS and just throwing stuff out into a database. I mean, come on. So here's what you need to do. You need to get faster internet for your website by using Dyn DNS and by visiting dyn.com/podcast-rv. Okay? Podcast-RV. Got it up here on the screen. Fill out the contact form and start shopping right away. And you'll save, now get this, this is awesome. You will save 30% on their services by using the promo code PODRV13. Now remember that code. It's a special code, PODRV13 at checkout. Visit dyn.com/podcast-RV. Don't forget the -RV. That will help the show, the Dr. Bill Show, and it will help you get 30% off of your dyn.com services purchases. Dude, that's awesome. I'm telling you. You need to take advantage of these special offers. You know, we don't just do these things for the fun of it. We make them available to you because it'll help you, okay? So do that, particularly if you're a small business. This is a no-brainer, folks, okay? Lenovo gets into Chromebooks. Another news item here. Chromebooks, as I think I mentioned before, Chromebooks are really catching on. And here's why. I mean, think about this. Of all the notebook-like devices that are available on Amazon.com, Chromebooks, which run on a version of Linux, sell more than regular laptops. Now, why is that? Well, they're cheaper, of course. They do the job. They're lighter. Their batteries last longer. I mean, what's not to like? So anyway, Lenovo has decided to get into the whole Chromebook thing. They're offering a Chromebook for schools, okay? It is, it's based on the familiar ThinkPad X131 design. The 131E, which stands for education, as Lenovo has decided to call it, features pretty much all the same specs as the X131. So you are looking at 11.6-inch 1366 by 768 anti-glare screen, a yet-to-be-specified Intel CPU, 3 USB ports, probably 2 GB of RAM, and a minimum amount of storage, likely enough for the Chrome OS, while the rest will be cloud-based. See, that's the thing. It's all cloud-based. It also comes with Wi-Fi connectivity as well as VGA and HDMI outputs. Dude, I mean, this is cool. And it's going to be available as of February 26th via special bid. Since it's aimed solely at schools and school programs, we guess we won't see them in the retail, e-tail outlets anytime soon. It's strictly for schools. But they're saying that their battery life is going to last as long as a school day. So, I mean, you charge it up, you go into school, and all day long you can use your Chromebook and not have to recharge. That's pretty cool. So, kind of jazzed about that. I'd like to see one. All right, next item, Kim.com. Yes, this is the guy's handle, Kim.com. That's what he calls himself. You probably heard all about how Kim.com was arrested and he was hassled, and the U.S. government shut down his website, Mega Uploads, and said that he was serving out all kinds of illegal files and all this kind of stuff. And he's like, dude, I just provide a website that people are uploading to. What they upload, I'm not responsible for that. And so it's been going around and around and around the courts, but they still shut down the website. Government did that. So he has come out with a new website called simply, not Mega Upload, but simply Mega Man. Had to throw that in, you know, just the game master, he's always playing Mega music, Mega Man music by the Megas. I've got Mega on the brain. Anyway, his website is based out of Denmark, and it's called Mega. Okay, but here's the thing. He's going to have a new upload service. It will come with 50 gig of cloud storage. Now get this, free. Each individual human will be able to have 50 gig free of storage. Wow. So that's fairly compelling. Yes. Now the question is, will they shut him down again and you lose all your files? I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to necessarily trust all of my various special files to a website that has already been shut down once before. At least the previous version was shut down once before, you know? I think I may just stick with BitCasa and Dropbox. So anyway, I'm still using BitCasa for free, by the way, an infinite hard drive. They haven't said anything yet about charging. I'm sure they'll get around to it. Anyway, the Surface Pro is on the way. That's the Microsoft Surface Pro. You know, Microsoft came out with Surface, their little tablet thingy that looks kind of like a laptop and a tablet combined. And it cost a lot of money. More money than I want to put into it, like $999. Just a buck shy of 1,000. Whoa. I mean, come on. So, I mean, particularly compared to a Chromebook for around 200 and some bucks, you know what I'm saying? But I know the Surface has more features, but yeesh. So anyway, they're coming out with a Pro version. It'll be 64-bit, and it will be arriving soon. You know what they mean by soon. We don't have an exact date, but it'll be in the next couple of weeks, so soon is reasonable. Anyway, here's the thing. It'll be 2 pounds, and it will be 64-bit. It will run Windows 8 Pro. Let's see. It will run a Core i5 Ivory Bridge Intel processor. Let's see. It will have the same security you can expect with any corporate Windows laptop. It includes BitLocker, which encrypts your hard drive's data for security reasons. It includes a pen, so you could write. A pen that's really a holdover from the Windows 7 slates, but something that some business customers still want. Kind of makes sense. Mini DisplayPort display. This allows connection to large, high-resolution displays, e.g. the Apple Cinema display. That said, the Surface Pro's 10.6-inch 16 by 9, 1920 by 1000 pixel display is already the same resolution as some desktop displays. Other ports include a full-size USB 3.0, a micro SDXC card slot, a headset jack, and a cover port where the cover clicks in it like they show in the commercials. So, you know, it's, let's see, did they say how much this thing's going to cost? It's still going to be in the $1,000 range, I'm sure. So I still think it's just a bit on the high side, you know what I mean? Just my way of looking at it, but I'm thinking it really is. Now, let me tell you about our other sponsor that we have. We have 2 sponsors this week. Isn't that cool? I mean, folks are just excited about the Dr. Bill Show. What can I say? But our next sponsor is a familiar sponsor, one that we've dealt with many times before and we're really excited about, and that is Citrix Systems. Citrix has a product called GoToMyPC. Now, the whole point of GoToMyPC is your PC is at work, let's say, you're out on the road, and you need to get to your PC. Well, with GoToMyPC, you can, wait for it, go to your PC. Makes sense, right? But it's more than just seeing what's on your PC. You can do so much with it. And it's so easy to use. I'm telling you, GoToMyPC is the way to get there. And you can do all kinds of things. But one of the things I like is, let's say you got a guy in the office, and I've talked about this before, but this is just such a good example. You got a guy in the office, he needs a printout of a spreadsheet to go to a meeting. You're on the road. You're out of the office. So you use GoToMyPC from your iPad. You connect into the office and you print the report and you tell them, hey, Charlie, look, go down the hall, pick it up off the printer and make your meeting. Dude, you're a hero, okay? GoToMyPC is awesome. And this particular deal is really awesome. You can try it free for 30 days. GoToMyPC, awesome product, free for 30 days. All you have to do is use the special code word podcast, just like the lower third here says. Use that code word. Do it now because this is an awesome deal. And 30 days free for GoToMyPC, that is awesome. So try it out. Until you try it, until you really use it, you're not going to appreciate how awesome this thing really is. I'm telling you. So do it. All right. Let us move on to, whoa! Yes! Boy, Fred, I talk about our sponsor. The next thing you're doing is hitting me over the head with a Geek Software of the Week drum roll. It's going to make my nerves all frayed. Anyway. But yes, this week's Geek Software of the Week is kind of exciting. That's why Fred is so excited about it. It's called LibreCAD. You've heard of LibreOffice. I've talked about that ad infinitum. Well, LibreCAD, as Libre suggests, is free. It's open source, but it's CAD software, computer-aided design software. Dude, this is free computer-aided design software, and with it you can create all kinds of cool 2D CAD images. Now, here are some of the things that you need to keep in mind about this. It is free, so there's no worry about licensing costs. Most CAD software is as expensive as anything you can imagine, but this is free. There are no language barriers. It's available in a large number of languages, with more being added continually. Like most open source projects, people are translating for it all the time. GPL version 2 public license. You can use it, you can customize it, you can hack it, you can copy it, you can just share it with all kinds of people, like your team, your development team at work or whatever. Dude, LibreCAD is open source, community driven, and it is open to new talent, new ideas. So if you're a developer, they want you. Yes. Developers, I'm telling you, you can get involved with some of these open source projects and really make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Dude, so that is awesome. Geek Software of the Week. We always dig up these jewels for you that you can use, actually use, not just things that go flash and beep. You know what I'm saying? Although flashing and beeping is nice too, don't get me wrong. All right, here's a geek culture news flash. We should have news flash music. How about working on that, Fred? He'll actually get right on it. He's pretty good about these things. Anyway, geek culture news flash. Subway's foot-long sandwiches are only 11 inches long. I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. Yes, that's because customers around the world have been measuring their sandwiches. You know, people are bored. What can I say? Anyway, the article says 11 inches appears to be the size of Subway's foot-long sandwich, according to a stream of photos posted online by angry customers around the world. You gotta wonder. The controversy began earlier this week when an Australian man posted a photo on the company's Facebook page of his foot-long sub alongside a measuring tape that read 11 inches. With the caption, "Subway, please respond." Later, the photo appeared to have been deleted. Ooh, conspiracy. I love it. Since then, customers have posted photos and comments of their short subs. Lori Olson Arnholly from Wooster, Ohio, said on Facebook that her family regularly eats at Subway and has decided to measure their sandwiches to see for themselves. She said she bought 6-foot-long subs on Monday, and 4 of them were just 11 inches long. She bought 6 and 4 of them were 11 inches long. Were the other 2 12? I don't know. I always thought I was getting 12-inch subs. I smell a lawsuit, she said. Some customers vowed never to eat at the restaurant again. I will never buy anything from Subway. Now, no, never, posted Marius Andresen Staker. Okay. Danielle Neal said, I feel like you've straight out lied to customers. I don't care if it's just an inch. It's the moral of the matter that concerns me. Whew, people get incensed about these things. You know what I mean? I'm going to lean over here and get a book. It's time for some geek wisdom. Man, we need some geek wisdom. Let me get my glasses. I'm tired of squinting at it. I'm going to go ahead and just get my glasses. Oh, yeah, that's so much better. Yes. This is a good one. I should do this. That way I look more, actually, I totally look more like Santa Claus now with the glasses perched on the nose. Okay, never mind. This is the Geek Wisdom. I love it when a plan comes together. That is from John Hannibal Smith from the A-Team. Yes. Han Solo may have shown us the seat of your pants thrill of improvising, but Hannibal Smith taught us there's something to be said for taking the long view. And one thing you can't accuse the jocular leader of the A-Team of is not taking the long view with his daisy-chained schemas of elaborate disguises, car crashes, and lots of pyrotechnics, making it all the sweeter when he deployed his trademark catchphrase as the payoff of a job well done. As Smith and his teammates showed week in and week out between 1983 and 1987, and once in 2010, that would be the movie of the same name. Sometimes planning isn't about anticipating every exigency. I'm sure I'm butchering that word terribly. I'm going to move on. Down to the last detail, it's about knowing how to react when the unexpected occurs. He may never have led an army across the Alps atop elephants like the Carthaginian general from whom he took his name. Hannibal nonetheless exemplified the same lesson. The bigger the risk, the greater the need for planning, and the bigger the thrill when it falls into place. I love it when a plan comes together. I've often said that. And now for the fine print that I can actually read since I have my glasses on. Geek thrills that follow much of the same principle: dominoes, Rube Goldberg machines, and Odyssey of the Mind tournaments. How many times does he have to try to pronounce the word? Quite a few, apparently. Okay. Enough of that. It's time for me to get out of here. Remember, until next week, that the doctor is out of here.
Dr. Bill, the Computer Curmudgeon, is a production of DrBillBailey.net with all the honors, rights, and privileges thereunto appertaining.